Episode 70, Humor and Failed Resolutions.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Who here has ever made a New Year's resolution? You know, that thing where you promise to do something different, something better, in the coming year? I know I have. And let me tell you, it's not always easy. In fact, the thing about New Year's resolutions is that they're kind of like jokes. They're both a lot easier to come up with than to actually execute properly. You know what I mean? We start the year off with all these great ideas. I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna learn a new language, I'm gonna finally start writing that novel. And then what happens? 2 weeks later, we're back on the couch, eating ice cream straight out of the carton, and binge watching Netflix. It's like our resolutions were never even there in the first place. But here's the thing, I don't think we should beat ourselves up too much about it. Because really, when you think about it, the humor in failed New Year's resolutions is actually pretty universal. We've all been there, right? We've all set these lofty goals for ourselves, and then fallen short. It's like a big cosmic joke that we're all in on. And you know what else? Sometimes the things we don't accomplish in the coming year end up being the best things that ever happened to us. I mean, sure, I may not have learned to speak French in 2023 like I promised myself, but instead I accidentally discovered my new favorite hobby, eating pizza while watching cat videos on YouTube. Who knew? So let's all give ourselves a break this year, folks. Let's not stress too much about our failed New Year's resolutions. Because who knows? Maybe the real punchline is that we were never meant to achieve them in the first place. Thank you, good night. Failed New Year's resolutions. It's like we make them every year, only to break them before January even comes to a close. It's almost as if we're setting ourselves up for failure. But hey, at least we can laugh about it, right? I myself am guilty of making New Year's resolutions that I can't keep. One year, I vowed to cut out all junk food and eat only healthy, wholesome meals. Well, that lasted about a week before I found myself elbow deep in a bag of potato chips at 2 a.m. And let's not forget about the classic resolution to hit the gym and get in shape. I'm pretty sure I've made that one every year since high school, but somehow, I always end up trading in my workout clothes for sweatpants and Netflix binges. The thing is, we make these resolutions with the best of intentions, but life gets in the way. Maybe you had a bad day at work and just needed to indulge in that pint of ice cream. Or maybe you got sick and couldn't go to the gym. Either way, it's important to remember that we're only human and it's okay to slip up. But let's be real, there's something undeniably hilarious about the whole thing. It's like a collective joke we're all in on. We set these lofty goals for ourselves, only to end up right back where we started. So here's my New Year's resolution for this year. I resolve to not make any resolutions. That way, I can avoid the disappointment of failing and instead focus on enjoying the little things in life. Like potato chips at 2 a.m. New Year's resolutions, yes. The annual tradition of setting goals that we know deep down we're never going to achieve. It's the one time of year when we collectively decide to set ourselves up for failure, and then laugh it off like it's no big deal. But you know what they say, it's not the destination that matters, it's the journey. And for most of us, that journey ends on January 2nd when we realize we've already broken our resolution. Personally, I've had my fair share of failed New Year's resolutions. Last year, I resolved to give up junk food. That lasted all of 2 days. I was walking down the street on January 3rd, and the smell of freshly baked cookies wafted past my nose. Before I knew it, I was elbow deep in a bag of Oreos, feeling like a failure. But you know what's worse than failing at your New Year's resolution? Seeing other people succeed at theirs. Every year, there's always that one person who manages to stick to their resolution and turn their life around. They're suddenly posting pictures of themselves at the gym, drinking green smoothies, and running marathons. And what are we doing? Sitting on the couch, eating a family-sized bag of chips and binge-watching Netflix. And then there's the pressure to come up with a resolution in the first place. We're expected to have these lofty goals for the new year, like climbing Mount Everest or learning a new language. But why can't our resolution be something simple, like taking a nap every day? I mean, that's a goal I can get behind. In conclusion, New Year's resolutions are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, but chances are it's not going to be what you wanted. So let's all just accept our failures, embrace our flaws, and enjoy the journey, even if it ends in a bag of Oreos.
And that wraps up another laughter-filled episode of Not So Funny A. If you enjoyed the jokes generated by our AI algorithms, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our comedy-loving community.